Last time we said that everyone is born with wild creativity, and if you don't have it anymore, that means you lost it. But you can regain it. The way that you can regain that kind of wild mind creativity is to be deeply curious about the world around you and the people around you and how things work and how people work and why things happen the way they do. Keep your eyes and ears open, read a lot, cultivate new interests as well. Just, I know this sounds a little like woo-woo, whatever, but like learning new things actually keeps some channels open in your mind or opens new ones. Absolutely, if you pay attention to what's going on around you, you're gonna start kind of building a library, an internal kind of library of things, I don't even want to call them ideas, but things that interest you, because there's a filter in you. You'll hear stuff and read stuff and see stuff, and a lot of it would just wash over you, and you don't really pick up on it. You will naturally pick up on the things that are more interesting to you, and those get filed away, and that starts to become your sensibilities, the things that interested you enough for you to remember them. That becomes your storytelling and narrative and creative sensibility, right? And so it's, again, you're not, I'm not saying, for instance, sit in a coffee shop and eavesdrop on people. Well, I am saying sit in a coffee shop and eavesdrop on people, for sure. Definitely do that. But I'm not saying do that and then you'll be able to take their conversation and use it somewhere in a one-to-one kind of rip-off idea or copying idea. What I'm saying is that if you're paying attention to what the people around you are saying, if you are sitting in a coffee shop and you're trying to do a crossword puzzle and the people at the table next to you are talking and their words keep intruding on your crossword puzzle attempt, put the crossword down. Don't get caught, but listen to them. Don't just listen to their words, but try to understand what's really going on, right? Is one person trying to convince the other of something, maybe without even knowing it, right? Like one person's kind of like trying to convince the other, like, I'm really cool and I'm a deeply impressive person. Maybe they don't even know that they're doing that. Maybe they go around all day doing that to everybody they meet, right? And maybe the other person is trying to subtly convince them that they really are not interested in talking to them and that they have a thing across town that they have to get to and they need to run. And again, these might be intentional things, they might be unintentional things, but be a student of people, pay attention. Obviously, this also extends to fiction. As you play games, pay attention to the story, but not necessarily in an analytical way, like, I see what they did there. We will come to the analysis stuff later. Just more like the moments that made you go, oh man, that was amazing, or that was kind of dumb. I didn't really enjoy that idea. Same for movies, TV, books. If you're doing this, by the way, if you're really paying attention to the stuff that you enjoy and what you love about it, no moment is wasted. If you spend a Sunday playing an RPG and you're just deep into the story, or if you're reading a book on a Saturday night, because like me, you're lame and have no life, no moment is wasted there. Like that's really good. You are building this internal library of things that you like, that you think are cool. You have to consume widely of the world and of entertainment, because if you only have one or two sources, say you have like 3 TV shows that you like and they're all basically the same show, then that's where you start to get ideas that are derivative. You tend to come up with the ideas that sound pretty much like the 1 or 2 sources that you have. But if you've got a wide range of things that you're taking in and processing and putting in your internal library, then when you reach for ideas, when you need to think of something, you're going to have just such a huge range of stuff that you will really of stuff that in particular spoke to you. So that's your sensibility. Then when you reach for that, something will pop out that is not a ripoff of any of the things that were your sources, right? Because it's a bunch of stuff that all got filtered through you, and what comes out is you. So you can do that. The good news is you probably already do that. But if you think that you're running dry on ideas, or that you're just worried that your ideas are not that good, I would say, first of all, don't worry about objectively whether or not an idea is good. Worry about whether or not an idea excites you or if you like it, right? If it doesn't, then you need to go further, reach further for more ideas. But if you've done all that, if you've been paying attention, then you will have those ideas. And if you feel like you're not, then it probably means that you just need to actually be a little more intentional about reaching, about sort of observing the world around you. Also read history. I find that history is an amazing, it's the tales of people, but also with the distance, the bird's eye view of centuries. We tend to also look at history to kind of understand a little more, like, oh, we thought that these people invaded these other people because they really like to steal and murder, right? But then you go, oh, actually no, there was a historian will be like, well, there was a famine in their part of the world and they had to move and they were sort of being chased by these other barbarians, and you realize that the movements of human civilization and the way that people do things can have a lot of different complex reasons. So history's great, but books, novels, games, and of course, as always, the main one, real life. So in that way, you can relearn to be creative. That is it. That's all you're ever going to get from a book, a course, a video, whatever, about the wild mind part of it. The rest is up to you to go out and do it. That's all for now. I'll see you on the next one.